Hey y'all, so Talahe Nureava here. If you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm not going to be before you too long in this particular video. I just wanted to come on here and say that God is good. God is good. Unfortunately, I was involved in a car accident the other day, and still trying to process the car accident. My family was in the car with me, and we were rear-ended at a stoplight. Clearly, the person who hit me was not paying attention. Their defense was, it wasn't a real defense. The defense was the light turned green. When we got hit, I didn't even realize we had got hit at first. We just heard a big old boom, and I didn't even really realize what had happened because I'm just thinking like, well, I'm at a stoplight, for it to turn green and stuff, and it didn't click to me. We felt the impact, heard it, but when you're not expecting nothing like that, right? Nobody ever expects to get into an accident. But when I realized what actually happened, I said, "Oh my God!" Um, it was just so quiet, and I don't even know. Like, I can't even explain to y'all what was going through my mind at that time. And I'm pretty sure I've said here before on this channel that I am a single mother. So my concern was for my kids, making sure that we were okay. I pulled over, as you normally would. And when you're involved in stuff like this, you have to really respond and not really react so much to what's going on, because you don't even know the person, that you don't know the person. So my adrenaline was going and rushing and stuff like that. Pulled over, and the person pulled over. It took the person a minute because I saw they were contemplating on what they should do. So when I pulled over, I got out the car. When I made sure that my kids was okay, and I looked, and I saw all the damages on my truck. Mind you, I just paid my truck off last year around the fall time, so it still is fairly new. Um, I have a really clean driving record. I don't have anything on my driving record. I have insurance. But I was just thinking about everything that was going on in my head at that time. And I was just became so overwhelmed and stressed. And the first person finally pulled over. And the person's response was, after I said, got out the car, looked at his car, and walked around, didn't even look at my vehicle. And I said, "Sir, what's going on?" His response was, "Well, the light turned green, didn't it?" He was just acting real strange. And now I've been around a lot of intoxicated people before in my life, just because of just how things have, I've just been, whether it was club or just knowing people. I've also worked at a homeless shelter when people were intoxicated or under the influence. He was acting real strange. Just imagine trying to have a conversation with someone from the movie Wayne's World. That gives you an idea of what I was dealing with. Not to mention, my cell phone was dead. I had another phone with me that I usually only use for work or emergency backup. And I'm so glad that the spirit told me to take my iPad with me before I left the house, because I was going all day. Now, the lesson for me in this is to always make sure I charge my phone at night. I'm notorious for not charging my phone at night. I'm just not. I literally was when I arrived at my destination, before where I was at, and before the accident had happened, on that other phone I had 15%. Now, mind you, my main phone was dead. Now, this other phone that I have, it's like, the phone is really, really janky, right? So I don't even really use that phone. So by the time I left where I was at to the time that the accident had happened, that phone was on 5%. I said, Lord, please give me enough battery to just get through this accident, business. So he was just really nonchalant, didn't really, he just wasn't really just doing, he was just standing there, like not doing, I don't know if he was in shock. People responses are different when they are involved in an accident. Mind you, I had to think for myself. I had to make sure my kids was good. I had to accept the fact that my vehicle is I really am trying so hard not to even cry. Like, I haven't even cried because I'm just like, I feel like this is a hot mess. Um, if it was him taking, over everything, we would have still been standing there to this day. So I said, I need your license, please, and I need your insurance card. He said, yeah, and I need your license too. I'm just thinking, you got an attitude with me, but you hit me. And he was like, well, the light was green. The light, that's all he kept saying. The light was green, the light was green. It's just like his body. I'm like, you know what? I said, I'm about to call the police because I'm not going to, I just don't have the mental capacity to deal with you. I just don't. So I called 911, and the 911, she asked me if you need an ambulance. At that time I said, ma'am, I just don't know. I don't know. I was like, can you just get an officer out? Like, she's like, well, I need to know if you need an ambulance. I said, I don't know. At the time I couldn't really feel anything. Y'all, while I was in the car when we got hit, this man hit me so bad. Look at this. Look at this. He hit me so bad. This had cracked. This was all bloody. Right there, I finally was able to. The two nails had broke. One nail was crossed over the bed. Another nail over here is cracked. I know I need a feel, but this went down to the meat. This one too under it, like went under. So when I got out the car, I didn't have no nails. Like, no nails. It was just like a little piece of acrylic right here and right here. The other nails was, one was on my skirt, another one was in my console. My wig was shifted. I'm like, I know this is besides the point, but I'm just giving you an idea of how bad I got hit. My kids were in their car seats. I always make sure my kids are good in their car seats. I'm just gonna tell y'all this. I'm just so hurt because I worked so hard to make sure that we were safe always, but you can't control other people. And I'm learning more and more as I'm embarking, turning 40, I'll be 40 next year. And sometimes you have to give people grace, not because you really, it's just because it's the right thing to do. This man was out of state. The vehicle that he was driving is not in his name. I'm going to tell y'all another reason why God is so good. Because when I did take my kids, after the police came, it was just, he didn't take no report. He said it was a one-sided accident. It's clear and dry on what happened. So he said follow the insurance companies. I'm able to drive my car. My car is jacked up, but I was able to get us to took us to the hospital. We all have follow-up appointments. Sorry, I'm eating the halls. Yeah. Kids are okay. They have follow-up appointments as well too. We are dealing with some aches and pains. We still have our lives. That's the most important. The person, he did have insurance. I have insurance too for coverage. He had it too. Well, his family had it, or whoever, parents, whatever, they got it. Before his insurance company called me, because I just dealt with it. I got my kids and the stuff to the ER, and I came back home, and I was just so mentally exhausted. I just thought about everything, just the damage, and just, having to pay a deductible, just thinking about all that stuff. Everybody kept saying, well, I hope he got insurance. He said he did have insurance, but of course his insurance company was closed, so I couldn't get any information until the next day. So his insurance company actually texted me while I was on the phone with my insurance company, because I called the next day, because out here you have to report it. And I said, Lord, please. I said, I didn't, like, my driving, like, I don't want my insurance premium to go up because my insurance is, I have a really great rate because of my driving history. Um, and I said, I don't want my driving record to be tarnished because of this. So my insurance company reassured me that because of what happened, even though I didn't file a claim with them, I did report it with them because that's what you're supposed to do. They wrote the report and closed the report. They said if I need to open it at any given time I can. They said that because of the accident and what happened, he is considered at fault. His insurance company called me. Well, they were texting me, and I said just call me because y'all, I'm not in the best. I'm in pain, but I'm not even really thinking about it. Like it's settling in, but I'm happy because we are alive. You know what I mean? His insurance company had already deemed him at fault before they even called me, or his parents' insurance company, whatever. Either way it go. Um, and I took my vehicle to get an estimate, and he did a lot of exterior damage. They cannot. It don't look as bad when I show pictures later on. Probably doing another video. It don't look as bad, but when you open it up and look at it, and it was some stuff that I did not see, but when I took it to the auto shop, the person that did the estimate, he was able to see more in detail. He showed me and pointed everywhere. So yeah, I'm just kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I'm happy that we are alive. I'm happy I didn't hit nobody else. Um, I'm happy that my kids are okay. And I'm tired, but I'm just so happy that God has blessed me to still be here to tell this story. I just have to forgive that person because I felt like he didn't care, but just because he doesn't care doesn't mean that somebody else will care about me. Like I know my family cares about me. I told them I had enough battery to call my mom, and I called. I was able to charge my phone to get a bit of a charge. The nurse went to her car to go get me a charger out of her car because I had no. All I had by the time I got to where I didn't even know it was a new ER I had to go to, and I had to like actually find it. Like at that time, that second phone when the officer came, as soon as the officer came, that other phone had went dead. So I'm an emotional person. I'm a Leo too, but for this, give me some grace for crying. But and like I said, this is a new channel, so we may not even see this until like sometime later on. But the officer did not. The officer saw the same can that I saw in his car. And I asked the officer, can you verify that he was not drinking? The officer said, he said that I immediately saw the can when he opened the door. He said it was Pepsi. So the officer didn't test him either. Now, like I said, I've been around enough people to know when someone is intoxicated. Um, and I live in California where all the trees. So just letting so but the officer was just like nonchalant, but it's legal out here. But that's neither here nor there. I guess I'm just gonna deal with my aches and pains. Just thank God that, we are alive. My vehicle is gonna get fixed, restored, and it's just gonna take some time. And I'm glad that his insurance company is on top of everything, and I'm just gonna keep on coming up here and just updating y'all and as best as I can, and still continue on with my channel. I keep saying but yeah, I really had to just sit back and thank God that we are okay. So I'm here, I'm alive, I'm rocking, I'm with it, and I will see y'all on the next uploads. Talahe Nureava. If you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for coming. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming as well too. I really appreciate all the support on this new channel here, and I will see y'all soon. All right, bye.